continuing on with friends of a class, remember that a friend is an auxiliary, an ancillary, an added class that, just like if it was actually a member of the class, it has access to all public and private members of the class. What we're really looking to do here is extend functionality somewhere where it makes sense in a business case, but as far as the program goes, in order to maintain compartmentality, in order to maintain the idea of separation of our data from where it is that that data can be accessed, really what we want to do is not extend that functionality as part of the main class, but rather of this auxiliary class, the secondary one. So for this example, we have the primary class would be the budget class. The auxiliary class here is cleverly named Auxil for auxiliary. So we'll just work our way down through what the new wrinkles here are, and we'll go from there. It makes the most sense to start here with budget.h. In our header for the budget class, the thing that you'll notice that I've already got highlighted here is line number 3. We do have the include auxil.h. In this way, what we're doing is assuring that the auxiliary header has access to public and private data members of budget class. So that's really the only wrinkle we have here for our primary class, is the inclusion of the header for our auxiliary class. What I do want to show you here, because this is different than our previous example of member-wise assignment, is that here you'll notice that we have a static member of the class, and because we are using a separate header file as opposed to, or a separate rather CPP file for the class's implementation as opposed to enrolling everything in our header file, we have to declare that this is a static member of that class. So the very same way that we do it with the : operator, we do it here with our static member declarations. So here it is, our double that belongs to budget, and we are calling it corporate budget. So that's the addition here. It really just builds on the functionality from 14.1 in the static class member. So here comes our new wrinkle. This is our auxiliary class. So the first thing you'll notice here on line number 4 is our forward declaration. What this is doing is making that direct connection between our auxiliary class and budget. What we're saying is this is going to extend the forward declaration of budget class. So these are linked together, auxil and budget. You'll notice here that we are calling our class, instead of auxil, we're calling it auxiliary office. One of the things I don't think that we have done to date is have a different name for our class than we have had for its header. It's one of the things you can absolutely do. I just don't believe that we have highlighted it. And so here you can see our public and private data members and our public and private functions as well. Here in our auxil.cpp, the only real thing that we have here is we are adding to our corporate and we are adding to our auxiliary budget, all just right inside of here. So here in main.cpp, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run this, and we are going to do this for 2 divisions. So the main budget office request, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Budget request for division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Secondary division 3, 4, 5, 6. Division 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we go. We can see the division 1. This is our primary budget and auxiliary budget, or office rather. This comes from our auxil.h. Here it is again. There's division 2. This is our second instance of the budget class, auxiliary office. This is calling to the auxil function that we have via auxil.h. So total budget requests is all the numbers we see added up here. So again, this is a friend of a class. Auxil is a friend of budget because we have done the following things. Number 1, here in our header file for budget, we have included auxil.h. This helps create part of that anchor that connects budget and auxil. The other part that we have to have is here in the auxil.h. We need the forward declaration. We have to say that everything we do with auxil is really an extension of class budget, friends of a class.